Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwaf who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp coming into another lesson in true facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord's willingness be edifying. Hey, shalom, shalom. Yahabah Shema Shab Rakatham. Shalom, sister. Yahabah Shema Shab Rakatham. This is the bread of adversity, the water of affliction. Because as we see going on in the news, they saying that more so-called African Americans are getting this virus, which we know that the Lord is putting judgment on 2/3 of Israel. We know that. So I'm going to read this first precept. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. So a lot of brothers came past the camps. Like I always think about Apostle Gabar when he said when he first heard the word, he said he went past the camp, he walked on down the street and he turned around and went back. As we always tell brother when we out in the highways and byways, when you walk past the camp, it say, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. So when you got people walking past the camp, they hearing the word. And we have a lot of people that pass the camp and they come back past the camp. So they heard the word on their right ear, in their right ear, and in their left ear, man. Okay? But the point, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction. So I'm going to go into this word adversity and affliction. It says, even though the Lord will give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, thy eyes shall see thy teachers, right? Which is what? To give you comfort, to let you know who you are, to let you know that you Negro, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, you are the Hebrew Israelites from the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? So this is the word adversity in Isaiah 30 and 20. Adversity. 68H, 68, 62.
Strong's H, 6862. Sad.
Now listen to this. It's a narrow, tight, straits, distress, adversary, foe, enemy, oppressor, hard, pebble, flint. Okay? So it's enemy, adversary, trouble, distress, affliction, foes, narrow. What? The narrow gate, man. Right? Straight, flint, sorrow. See, right here. Let's go down to the strong definition. It got adversary, afflicted, anguish, close, distress, enemy, flint, foe, narrow, sorrow, straight, tribulation, trouble. You see that? Let's get this other word. Hey, that's for that's for adversity. Now let's get affliction. H 3906.
Strong's H 3906. Lachats.
It's a oppression, distress, pressure, affliction, oppression. So going back to the precept in Isaiah 30 and 20, it reads, hey, this The Lord, this is all part of Yahweh Bashim Shai plan, man. Okay? To put you through what? The narrow, man, the straits, difficulty, man. It's a Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, right? Difficulty, straits, okay, oppression, being oppressed. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teacher be removed into a corner anymore, but thy eyes shall see thy teachers. So though you catching hell, so though you think you catching hell and going through different things, man, you got comfort, man. From what? The Lord set up our teachers, man, to give us what? Comfort through the scriptures. Then you learn and you able to comfort others, man. Okay, it said that I shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk you in it when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. Okay? This is St. John chapter 15 and verse 17. It reads, these things I command you that ye love one another. And it's about the brotherhood, man. Okay, this is about when you go to First Peter chapter 1, it tell you about each man is a spiritual block, man. You become a spiritual brick to the spiritual temple. Okay? And be mindful how you build, man. It tell you on Ephesians that Yahweh shot the chief cornerstone, and the 144,000 are the building, man. And Yahweh shot the chief cornerstone, man. I mean, you building on top of Yahweh shot, so that means you supposed to do what? What did he say? What Paul said in 1 Corinthians 11, man. Be ye followers of me, as I also of Yahweh shot, man. Okay, so we're following the ways of Yahweh shot, man. So this is for John 15 and 17. These things I command you that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Okay? So hey, so though you got the bread of affliction and the water of adversity, the water, yeah, the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, man. Guess what, man? Yahweh Shai had it first, man. Okay? If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. And if you were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So the Lord come back and say the whole planet, he'll tell you right here, man. But he said he chosen you out of the world. Who? The predestined, man, the first fruits, the elect. Remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they would keep yours also. But what did he tell Ezekiel? They ain't gonna keep your sayings because they will listen to me. Okay, let's get that real quick. Ezekiel 3 and verse 7. But the house of Israel were imputed unto thee, for they would not hearken unto me, while the house of Israel are imputed and hard-hearted. So the Lord said they didn't listen to me, they ain't gonna listen to you neither. Because what he said, what he sent them, he raised up prophets, be times and sent them, but they ain't gonna listen. But this is about going through the affliction and adversity, man, which the devils is gonna put on on Israelites, man. Whether it's 2/3 or 1/3, man. Okay, that's why the Lord say, and then shall be known who are his chosen. So we all gonna go through it, man. Why? Because it's part of getting the kingdom, man. Okay, when you go to Acts 14 and 22, it reads this, confirming the souls of the disciples. And one of the words for affliction, one of the words for in Isaiah 30 and 20, one of the words for affliction was trouble, man, and tribulation. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter to the kingdom of power. And when you go to Second Ezra, what it tell you, Second Ezra chapter 7, man, how can you get the kingdom if you don't go through the disgrace, man, the difficult times, man? Okay, fire on one side and water on the other, man. That's that the Lord putting you through the furnace of affliction. You got to be tried, man, and you're gonna be tried, and tried again, man. But what he tell you in First Corinthians 10 and 13. He said he know what he know what you can take, man. The Most High, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is gonna put you through what they know you can handle, man. He said he's gonna make a way for you to get through it. But the point is, we shall receive what? The bread of adversity and the war of affliction, man, meaning straits, difficulty, hard, man. Okay? Troubling time, tribulation, man. Again, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of power. So, knowing that, man, you know we got to go through it, man. Yahushua went through it. And he said, a servant is not greater than his master, which I just read. This is 1 Peter chapter 4 and 1. It reads, for as much then as the Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. So you done what? You done put on the new man. Okay? When you read the scripts, you put off the old man and put on the new. Let's read this again. 1 Peter 4 and 1. For as much then as the Mashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to lust of men, right? To fall out of the world. But to the will of Yahweh Bashim Shah. And what's the will of the Lord, man? To do the work. Hey, build the brethren, man. Galatians 6 and 1. Ye that are spiritual, restore such an one. Verse 3. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have what the will of the Gentiles. It said, when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banquetings, going to have a good time, barbecues, picnics, right? And abominable idolatries, which is what? Worshiping false gods, man, which are no gods. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. You see, when you come out of this world, man, and you put on the new man, you change, man. You don't do the same thing you used to do no more. So that becomes what? A adversity or an affliction to you, man. Because you ain't not trying to party, do drugs, whatever you was doing, selling drugs, right? Whatever you was doing, you got some Jace get off on killing, man. Okay? They get off on killing, man. Whatever you was doing, you ain't a part of it no more. You change. So to the outside world, it may seem like that's an affliction to you, man, because you ain't doing it. You probably catching hell. Really, you ain't catching hell, man. You catching hell in the flesh, let's say, but smoking weed don't bother us no more, man. Okay? Trying to hang out and go club and party, that doesn't bother. I never did it in the first place. But that doesn't bother me because I can't smoke bud no more, man. Or you don't smoke cigarettes. Hey, the Lord say drink wine, man. You catching hell? Hey, drink a little wine, drink a little strong drink, man. Again, 1 Peter 4 and 4, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. And that's what they're gonna do, man. Why? Because you ain't hanging out with them no more. Now this is Luke chapter 6 and verse 22. And they're gonna speak evil of you, man. And if they don't speak evil of you, man, hey, they're gonna separate themselves. What's the Lord say? Be unequally yoked together with unbelievers anyway, man. This is Luke 6 and 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. So, hey, blessed are ye, man, when they separate you from their company. As I just read right here, 1 Peter 4 and 4. Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Don't nobody care, man. But this is about you and your everyday walk in this truth, man. Once you come out of the world, scripture said, hey, again, it say, for as much then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, for he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. Okay? You're a changed man. Right here, it say verse 10 say, as every man have received a gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of power. So it's a whole change, man. You do a complete 360, man. Let's get this. Um, Ephesians, what's that? Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 22. You do a complete 360, man. That's why Romans 12 say what, man? Be not conformed to this world, man, but be ye transformed through the renewing of your mind. This is Ephesians 4 and 22. It say that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust of what? The world, man. To sum it all up in one word, keeping up with the Joneses, man. Verse 23, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after power is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore put away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. So when you go to Zechariah 8 and 16, what does it say? Speak peace, truth in the gates, man. Speak truth to your neighbor. That's it, man. The brotherhood, man. We trying to, everybody is lamb backing off everybody, man. Talking about the hopefully elect to raise up what? The tabernacle of David that is fallen, man. Which the Lord is doing so through his spirit, man. The point is, you're going to catch hell, but guess what? To us, to the hopefully elect, it's not catching hell, man. This is a part of the suffering. So it's like, it's the normal, man. That's the normal to be part of the suffering, man. This is Luke 22 and 28. It reads, ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. This is the sufferings of Yahushua, man. He said, these, again, Luke 22 and 28, ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. What temptations, man? To go through the straits, man. Let's get this in what is that? First Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. It reads, this is First Peter 3 and 10. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil. And this loving life and good days is talking about you searching for the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? This ain't talking about keeping up with the Joneses and enjoying this world. It say First Peter 3 and 10, for he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips that they speak no guile. Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensure it. It said, for the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. And who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good? But, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror. Who terror? The wicked, man. And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. You see that? First Peter 3 and 13. And who is he that will harm you if you be followers of that which is good, man? Didn't the Lord say, hey, not a hair on your head shall be touched, man? And who is he that will harm you? Who? Who is it? Hey, if you feel Yahweh Shema Shah rather than man that can kill you, but if you feel Yahweh Shema Shah that can kill your body and spirit and cast your soul into hell, who is he that can harm you if you be followers of that which is good? Nobody can harm you, man. But and if it's a but and if you suffer for righteousness' sake, like the apostles always go through, the apostles and elders, some brothers might get put to death. Some brothers. But if it's a but, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror. Hey, you get your head cut off, you get your head cut off, man. Like the movie, the brother, the elder from what's his channel? GMS Awaken 144. Hey, when you put it up, that movie is called The Mark of the Beast, 1981 movie. Hey, the girl, they was Edomite, but what the girl said, hey, take the chip, take it. Hey, she was like, she ain't taking nothing, man. It say, but and if you suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. But sanctify the Lord Yahweh by Shemhavah power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. The whole duty to do what? Fear Yahweh by Shemhavah and push the gospel, man, and help. You just messengers, man, to help seal the elect, man. The elect is going to be sealed on the word of Yahweh by Shema Shah. But your job is to do what, man? Minister, man. Okay? One to another. Okay? Like-minded. This is let's get this. 2 Timothy chapter 1. So like 2 Timothy chapter 2. And let's read it. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It said, though therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses. We heard them from who? The apostles, man. Okay? Start with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and their elders, man. The same commit thou to faithful men. What did the Lord tell Ezra, man? Teach these to the wise of teach these to the wise of my people, man. Okay? It said, in the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also, man. This is about what? The building of Yahweh Shai, man. That chief cornerstone, and each spiritual man, hopefully, let Lord willing, we are those men. You become a spiritual brick to the spiritual temple, man. It say, verse 3, though therefore, it say, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. What's the endure hardness, man? The bread of adversity, the water of affliction, man. When you go to the word, adversity and affliction, it tell you about the difficult time we're going to go through, man. Slavery, being what the brothers always say, the last hired and the first fired, right? Being called proverbs and bywords. Now they talking about, oh, Jake is the reason. Oh, not Jake getting the coronavirus more than any other nation. Okay, between you Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, and Haitians, man, we get it the worst. Well, that's a damn lie, man. Them devils is lying. Why? Because they can do that because they control the media, man. But we know for a fact, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to kill 2/3 of these people. And the whole reason these, whatever disease come, man, it's going to come many other diseases. And it's all coming for who? You Negro, Latino, Native Americans. And if other heathen nations die in the midst of it, they just casualties of the Lord war, man. They just casualties, man. That's all it is. So verse 4 say, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life. Why? Because you can't be on the battlefield thinking about getting some box, man. Okay? You can't be on the battlefield ready to go to war thinking about how much money you got saved up, man. Your mind got to be on the battle at hand, man. Okay? You cannot be on the battlefield thinking about box, man. Second Timothy 2 and 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for mastery, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully, man. Okay? The husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits. And that's who? Yahweh Shah, man. That's why he said, no servant is greater than master, man. If they persecute me, they will persecute you, man. That's a part of the affliction. That's a part that to the elect, to the hopeful elect, that's normal, man. To be afflicted, to be in adversity, that's normal, man. That ain't something that's new, man. Verse 10 say, just to hit the point, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushua with eternal glory, man. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake. This is all about the elect, man. No more, no less, man. This is about the elect, man. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sakes, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushua with eternal glory, man. This is Philippians. Philippians chapter 1 and verse 20. It reads, according to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I should be ashamed. Hey, what the Lord said in Isaiah 45 and 17, man, right? You should not be confounded nor ashamed, right? World without end. Talking to who? The elect, man. Philippians 1 and 20. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness, man. Hey, what does scripture say? Wisdom Solomon 5 and 1, standing in great boldness, man. It say, as always, so now also Hamashiach shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. For to me to live is Hamashiach, and to die is gain. Hey, so if you living in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, or if you die in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, what? But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. Yet what I should choose I wot not, for I am in a strait betwixt the two, having a desire to depart and to be with Hamashiach, which is far better. Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. Why, man? Because, hey, let's tell you in Matthew 17, man, many people, many prophets had desire to see what we see right now, man, and have not seen it, even though the prophet come out in reincarnation. Like when you think about Daniel, the Lord told Daniel, hey, if the Lord, he was just at the head, man. What he told me, he got to come back again, man. Just like he told John the Revelator, man. Right? You must come back and prophesy before many nations, tongues, and kingdoms, man. If Daniel knew that he was at the head of the statue, he had to go all the way through the feet. Hey, man, just like the when you read in Acts 1 and 6, when the apostle asked the Lord, will die at this time to restore the kingdom of heaven? Told him right now, it ain't for you to know that, man. That's in the Father's will, man. What he told him, just go do the work, man. He said, you got to go prophesy here and afar off, man. Don't worry about when the kingdom coming. Do the work, man. So understanding this right here, for I am in the strait betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Hamashiach, which is far better. Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. Why? Because it tell you in Ezra, Second Ezra 9 and 7, what? It say, those that should be able to be delivered through what? Faith and works, man. Right? Your faith got to be built up, man. Your faith make you work, man. It say, nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you. It's, hey, we want to die and go be with the Lord, right? Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, but Paul said, hey, to be here is more needful for you, man, to prove yourself, right? Study show thyself approved. 2 Timothy 2, right? What is that? Second Peter 1 and 15, if I'm mistaken. 2 Peter 1 and 15. Matter of fact, let me see. Second Peter's 1 and right. Second Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, and brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail. So understanding that, man, going back to this, what Paul's saying, man, let's read it again. He said, nevertheless, to abide, Philippians 1 and 24, nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you, and having this confidence, right? I know that I shall abide and continue with you all for your furtherance and joy of faith, that your rejoicing may be more abundant in Hamashiach, in Yahweh Mashiach, for we by my coming to you again. Only let your conversation be as it becoming the gospel of Hamashiach, that whether I come and see you or else be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that ye stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith and of the gospel, man. And in nothing, I just read this in Peter's, and in nothing, terrified by your adversary. That's beautiful, man. First Philippians 1 and 28. And in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evil token of perdition, but to you of salvation, and that of Yahweh Shema Shah. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Hamashiach, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake, man, having the same conflict which ye saw in me, and now here to be in me. Hey, Paul went through a lot, man. Paul caught straight. Hey, well, I can't even say he caught hell, man, because it's part of it's part of the walk, man. Your part of your walk is catching adversity and affliction, man. Go look up the word adversity. Go look up affliction, man. It means to be in straits, man. Difficulty, tribulation, trouble, anguish. This is what was that going? Oh, Luke. No, Matthew. Matthew chapter 10 and 35 reads, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. So if you understand this right here, man, you know brothers' families ain't gonna be with it. But who cares, man? We got what? Buzzword, the brotherhood, man. We got the building of the house, man. The tabernacle of David, man. Our family's gonna be, hey, they ain't gonna be with it, man. So who cares? Hey, Lord willing, maybe moms and pops can get salvation, Lord willing. But hey, this ain't about them, man. This is about you and your walk and your adversity and your affliction to get the kingdom of heaven, man. This is Luke 14 and 26. It reads, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So, if you ain't picking up your cross and following after Yahweh Shah daily, man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You supposed to be help sitting the elect, man. Okay? Which is what? Spreading the news, man. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh Bashim Abashai, man. This is Luke 21. Let's get this. And 33 reads, let's see, Luke 21 and 33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. And this is about what? Spreading the gospel, man. When you go to Isaiah 8 and 20, what does it say? Let's read this real quick and we're gonna go back. This is Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. It reads, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. When you go from there to Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10, it reads, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see that I do it not. This was the angel telling John. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that are the testimony, that have the testimony of Yahweh Shah, worship power, for the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy. So this is about what? The word of the Lord, man, which is what? Prophecy, man. So going back to Luke 21 and 33, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. And take heed to yourself, lest in it, at least at any time, your heart be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, which two-thirds got. The elect, the hopeful elect, don't care about the world, man. And so that day come upon you unawares, man, like a thief in the night. The ones that ain't watching, man, they want about trying to get stimulus money, man. They want about the street, the bars and the clubs getting opened back up, man. That's what they mind at. Partying. What this chick is, what her name is, this girl talking about putting on, she want to go out. She want to put on some of her nice garments and go out, man. Okay? What is this girl name that go with this dude, Offset? I can't even call her name right now. But she want to go out, man. It say, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth, man. What? Jacob trouble gonna hit it one time, man. And Jake ain't gonna be ready for it. Why? Because they want about what's in the world, man. Hey, but the hopeful elect is what? Going through the straight gate, man. While everybody else is taking the wide gate, the elect taking the narrow path. Verse 36 is the point. Watch ye therefore and pray always, man, always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. It say, watch ye therefore and pray always, man. Hey, what is it? First Peter, First Timothy 2 and 8, man. It say, pray always without wrath and doubting, man. It say, lift up holy hands and pray always without wrath and doubting, man. Luke 20, 21 and 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted of what, man? Either the 144 or the unknown multitude, man. That ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, man. It say to escape all these things, man. The Lord is finna what? When you go to 2 Ezra 15, what he said, he will smite Egypt again with plagues as before, man. And when you go to Deuteronomy, what is that? Deuteronomy 28 and 62, 61, 62, he gonna smite Egypt with plagues as before, and the ones that's not written in the book, man. A number of plagues is coming, man. Again, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. What did Ezra saw? He said, who is this? The tallest amongst all of them, man. That and he put crowns on their hand, crowns on their head and palms. He said, hey, and to stand before the Son of Man. How the hell are you gonna stand before the Son of Man with no faith and works, man? You're gonna be ashamed in that day, man. Two-thirds is gonna be ashamed. I'm talking about the men. Because you're supposed to be pushing this truth, man. Diligently, wholehearted, man. Stand fast, man. Okay? You're supposed to be having your loins girded, man. Okay? How you gonna stand before Yahweh Shema Shah in that day, man? You ain't gonna be able to, man. You ain't. This is Luke. Yeah, Luke 21. Let me get this. Luke 21 and 15 reads, For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So, going through the bread of adversity and the war of affliction, the Lord said He's going to give you what? A mouth and wisdom. So, you going through that little bit of, that's nothing, man. The Lord have opened your mind up. He have opened your mind for this, to give you this understanding, man, to understand how He worked, man. Okay? It tell you when, was that Romans 11, I think, that who know the mind of Yahweh, right? But when you go to Second Corinthians 2 and 16, it said, First Corinthians 2 and 16, we got the mind of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and he said the thing that the secret thing revealeth, the secret things belong to the Most High Yahweh, but the thing that revealed belong to us, man. So the Lord have opened up your mind to give you the understanding about salvation, man. Have given you the understanding to help another brother, man. For what? Salvation, man. For the kingdom. Luke 21 and 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. When you know these scriptures, when you know, these devils don't know these scriptures, man. So you got people come up to you and try to ask you questions and try to figure out what you know. They get heartbroken, man. Okay? Hebrews 4 and 12. Because you find out really they don't know nothing, man. So-called, as the scriptures say, science falsely so-called. That's all they know. And they get cut on that, man. Like the last time we was at camp, the brother cut the Edomite up, man, thinking he knew something, but he didn't know nothing, man. Okay? For I will give you a mouth of wisdom, a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist, man. Because it's the truth. It's the truth. You can't get around it, man. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren. That's how cold the word of the Lord is, man. Your family gonna hate you, man. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. For ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Salakia. Nobody hates Jesus Christ's name, man. Across the four corners of the earth, everybody loves Jesus Christ, man. But guess what? They hate Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, man. Just for the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, you are hated, man. But it said, but there shall not an hair of your head perish. Okay? Which I read earlier, man. In your patience, possess your souls, man. This is how you possess your soul, man. The Lord gave you the wisdom not to understand it. He put breath in you so you can walk what upright, man. And everything is in holy conversation, man. This is Second Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 9. It reads, For ye know the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shah that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich, man. Rich how? Yeah, that's a fire precept too, man. This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. It reads, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. You see that? I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Hold on, let's go back to 2 Corinthians again. 2 Corinthians 8 and 9. For ye know the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, Haitian sakes, he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich, man. Through what, man? Your wisdom, knowledge, understanding, man. Okay? This said the Lord was rich, but he became poor, man. This is Job chapter 25 in verse 5. It reads, how Job 25 and 6. How much less man that is a worm? We know we ain't nothing, man. We on the bottom. The Lord did what? He turned us to the basis of men. How much less man that is a worm and the Son of Man, which is a worm. Okay? Why does it say that? Because it is. 2 Corinthians 8 and 9. For we know the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich. Why would the Lord do that? This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16. It reads, for verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to power, to make what buzzword? Reconciliation for the sins of the people. For in that he himself has suffered being tempted, he is able to succor them that are tempted. That's why when you go to First Corinthians 10 and 13, it reads, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is coming to man. Because Yahweh already went through it, man. But power is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Hey, that's why Yahweh said this, man. John 16 and 33, which one of my favorite, well, you got to be my top five. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Adversity, affliction is tribulation, man. Okay? That's a part of those great walk, man. Okay? It's a part of that difficult walk, man. It tell you, Acts 14 22, through tribulation, man, shall you get the kingdom. Through tribulation, man. That's why when you come into this truth, Romans 12 and 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of power. So when you do that, you um you partaking of what? Understanding the will of the Lord, and you doing what? You counting the cost, man. This is Luke 14 and 28. For which of you intended to build a tower, sit him not down first and counted the cost, whether he had sufficient to finish it, right? You got a guy from the plant, from the build something. If he don't got all the money, man, it ain't gonna get done, right? For which of you intended to build a tower, sit him not down first and counted the cost of how much everything gonna cost, whether he have sufficient funds to finish it. Least happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it. So you go start to build you a house, and all you get the foundation, you get the concrete laid out, but you don't got no more money to put up the frame. Let's say you got money to put the frame up, you don't got money to put the roof on or finish the house. Or let's say you get the whole house built, but you don't have the money to put the inside, the toilets, the walls, right? You can't put the flooring down, you can't put nothing else in it. Now you broke. Least happily, after he have laid the foundation, is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him. Right. Hey, because every time brothers fought the truth, or whatever they do, start with the apostles and the elders, what do? They get on brothers, man. Okay, like all the other brothers that felt the truth, whatever they did, whatever, however, they get marked at, man. Why? Because they didn't count the cost, man. This thing It's serious, man. When you go to Second Peter, what the Lord say, man? Let's finish reading this. It said, least happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king goeth to war, and what king goeth to make war against another king, sitteth not down first and consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000, man. Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth his ambassage and desire of conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsake not all that he have, he cannot be a disciple. He cannot be my disciple. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be seasoned? It is neither fit for the lamb, nor yet for the dunghill, but men cast it out. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear, meaning get understanding, man. Coming to this truth, you know. See, from the outside, it looked good to a lot of people, man. It looked good. It looked easy, man. Get you a garment, get you a Bible, go out and teach. It ain't that easy, man. Apostle always, hey, you gotta eat this roll, man. Ezekiel 3, Ezekiel 2. You gotta eat this roll, man. Can't just pick up the book and go out there with no study time, no leisure time. You think you finna be able to bring the truth out. You gotta know history, you gotta know everything, man. You gotta know. You can't just get up. Hey, Jake, they don't count the cost. Oh, study time. You gotta study. A lot of studying. Hey, what's that old saying is? If you want to hide something from a nigga, just put it in the book. Jake don't like to study, man. They don't like studying, man. They want to hear it and going on, man. You got to study, man. They ain't counting the cost of your study time. You got to do, man. You got to do a lot of digging, man. And we got the World Wide Web, man, to find a lot of history. To actually find most of all the history of what happened to Israelites, what happened to the Hebrews, right? And all the falling downs and getting backs up, man. The internet right here, man. But Jake don't like to study, man. You got to read. You got to read, man. Jake don't like doing that. So they didn't count the cost. So what happened? They got tired. Went back into the world, man. So it seemed that's a part of the suffering, man. Studying. That's affliction. That's adversity, man. You got to study. This study, hey, that's why he said, though I give you the bread of adversity and the word of affliction, your eyes shall see your teachers, man. Meaning what? Look what they doing. That's supposed to make you go hard, man. They catching hell, okay? They getting up in age, man, but they still going hard every day, man. What two-thirds doing? They bugging out. Every day they bugging out, man. Hey, but seeing, I gotta read this again, man. This is Isaiah 30 and 20. I'm gonna close. Isaiah 30 and 20. It reads, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. Hey, and I'm always going into it, man. Always going into it. This is Songs of Solomon. Listen to this. 3 and 1. Because it say, when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left, right? You shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way. Sons of Solomon 3 and 1. By night on my bed, I sought him who my soul loveth. Who? Yahweh. I saw him, but I found him not. Solomon, this is just a parable. Solomon said he's sitting on his bed, right? He meditating on his soul. He meditating on who it say, by night on my bed, I saw him, who my soul loveth. I saw him, but I found him not. I will rise now and go about the city in the streets. I will rise now and go about the city in the streets and in the broad ways. I will seek him who my soul loveth. I saw him, but I found him not. Solomon said, listen, he was meditating at the crib on the bed. He sought the Lord. He ain't found him. So he said, what? I'm going to go about the city, in the streets, in the broad places, and search for the Lord. Verse 3. The watchman that go about the city found me. How? Because he heard the words, man. The watchman that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him who my soul loveth? Solomon asking the watchman, did you find him? He said, the watchman go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him who my soul loveth? Now showing you how I didn't get an answer right back. This is with a question mark. Verse 4 say, it was but a little that I passed from them who, the watchmen, it was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him who my soul loveth. So Solomon came across the watchman. He found the Lord. This is a parable for us right now, man. And what's going on now? You can't go in the highways and byways and find a watchman. Why? Because they done shut the damn streets down, man. Now you got a famine of the word going on. All you got left is the internet. Okay, for the most part. Most brothers in different cities can't go out, man. Okay? Can't go to the broad places. It say, it was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her that conceived me. Some say, hey, he went by the watchman, asked him, hey, saw ye him whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. So Solomon went to the watchers of the city, found the Lord, took him back home, man. That's a parable of what's going on right now, man. Because right now, you can't go in the cities, man. Okay? You can't go out there, man. Especially, I'm talking, speaking for here, for us at GMS Orlando, you can't go downtown and find it because we ain't down there, man. And if you don't know about the YouTube channels, you're going to be lost, man. So you can't make this up, man. This is part of the suffering, man. This is part of the adversity, man. Going through this, man. Seeing what's happening. Hey, that's why what Ezekiel said, hey, it was in his mouth sweet, but when he ate it, man, it was in his stomach, it's bitter, man. Okay? Why? Because 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 in thy right hand. That's bitter, man. Your family members not want to come to the truth. They want to stay bugged out. They don't want to believe you. Because the first thing our people say is what? I've been around this Bible all my life. You can't tell me nothing. You too young. How you gonna teach me the scriptures? Right, Carter B. Oh, she from the tribe of Simeon. See that? Yeah, Carter B, bugged out ass, talking about she want to put on some nice garments and go out, man. Go out to do what, man? Hey, it's over. It's over, man. For the for what we're seeing right now, hey, this could very well be, man, the beginning, man. Your ass is gonna be locked up, man. And the only way you gonna get out now, hey, they gonna, hey, Lord willing, this play out, man. And the only way you're gonna be able to get out and go back to work, you're gonna have to take that chip, man. That's the only way you're gonna be able to get out. And like the scenes, they setting it up, hey, right in order, man. Lord willing, this it. So they want to go out so they can go party, man. Hey, but that's 2/3 of Jake though. This world, man, got them bugged out, man. This is James chapter 4 and 4. It reads, ye adulterers and adulterers, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with power? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy to power, man. So understanding this, the elect ain't gonna be part of that, man. The elect is dealing with the straight gates, man. One about the kingdom, man. And nobody worrying about what's finna go on, how you supposed to get out and get money, how you gonna pay your bills. Hey, the elect got trust in the Lord, man. That's our trust. That's our hope, man. Okay, Psalm 124:8 say, our help is in the name of the Lord, man. That's it. And if you ain't putting your trust wholehearted in the Lord, man, you're gonna die. You're gonna catch famine and you're gonna die. Or you're gonna be thrown in a concentration camp and you're gonna die. Or you're gonna die. One of your neighbors gonna come and take what you got and you're gonna die. You and your kids, if you got kids, you're gonna starve, man. Why? Because you have no trust in the Lord, man. The Lord, if you had money, if you were rich, you got plenty of money, why would you call on the Lord? You got what you need, man. Anybody that got money, they don't got to call on the Lord, man. The Lord wants you to call on Him, man. The Lord wants you to trust in Him, man. You ain't gonna do that with money, man. Why? Because money is another God, man. If you know you secure with money, why would you call on the Lord? Well, what do you need the Lord for, man? He wants you to call on Him, man. Our trust is in the name of the Lord, man. And He never failed, man. Look at the men of old, Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. And that's part of the affliction, man. That is the affliction. That is the adversity, man. Knowing, not knowing. You don't know nothing. You don't know how. You just know. You just believe it's going to happen, man. Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see that ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded. Anyone? Somebody. Anybody was confounded? No, man. Okay? You got a bug out. They're going to say, well, what? Look at the seven sons. Hey, they trust in the Lord, man. And their mother, man. Okay? And they back right now, man. Daniel, Job, the three holy children, man. Look what happened to them, man. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man. They got tossed in the fire, man. The scriptures say they didn't even smell like smoke, man. Look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Not one, man. That's not knowing, man. This is Jeremiah 17. That is the adversity and the affliction, man. Not knowing. But you believe it, man. You believe it. Just like they got this little thing when if they put somebody behind you and you fall back, knowing they're gonna catch you, you don't know. The person might step back, man. This is Jeremiah 17 and 7. Let's read this. Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arms. Isaiah 30 and 12. They trust in oppression, and whose heart departed from the Lord Yahweh. Verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord Yahweh, and whose hope the Lord is. Right? Let's get this. Romans chapter 8, verse 24. It reads, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope, man. For what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for? Why would you hope in something that you can see? Why? Because it's death. Listen, man, the Lord ain't rocking like that, man. He ain't dealing like that. For what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it, man. That's the whole thing, man. The Lord is dealing like that, man. Hoping for something that you can't see, man. Hebrews chapter 11 and 1. Let's read this. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, man. Say, through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of power, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear, man. It's a separation, man. Okay? It's a separation. Going back to this one more time. Romans chapter 8 and 24. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope, man. For what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it, man. What did Yahweh Shai tell the apostles, man? He will send them the comforter, right? If he go not away, why would they hope? Why would they have faith? Your faith got to be built off you, man. You, the Lord give you the spirit. He open the doors of your minds up, give you the understanding, give you teachers. We see our teachers on YouTube, or we came past a camp. Hey, you got to build up Philippians 2 and 12, man. We got your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. That comes into play with 2 Timothy 2 and 15. 2 Peter 1 and 10, man. You got to study, man. You got to make your calling, your election sure, man. Your diligence. That's affliction, man. That's adversity, man. You can't depend on nobody else. You got to depend on yourself, man. And guess what? If you don't work, you don't eat. Plain, man. The Lord said, "You shall eat how? By the sweat of your brow, man." So if you ain't spiritually eating, you're not going to spiritually get salvation, man. Period, man. This is I might have to preach about and go somewhere. I lost my thought now. Um, I think I have to go back to Hebrews. Oh, Hebrews chapter 4 and 11. Let's read this. Hebrews 4 and 10. For he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works. What is it talking about? The kingdom, man. Hebrews 4 and 10. For he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works as God did from his, man. So you didn't enter into your rest, that means the kingdom. And he also have ceased from his own works. Why? Because you don't gotta, hey, the elect don't gotta work no more. And for that matter, all the Israel ain't gotta work in the kingdom, man, which will be here on earth, man. The kingdom of heaven ain't gonna be floating in damn space somewhere, man. For you bug out wacky plantation Christianity Christians, man. The kingdom of heaven gonna be on earth, man. And if you doing the works, for he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works, man, as power did from his. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest. What rest, man? The kingdom of heaven, what is it in Second Ezra? Hey, a city is builded and rest is allowed, man. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. Your affliction, your adversity overtook you, man, and you got tired of dealing with it. Because when you come into the truth, right, you're going through the straight gate, man. Some things ain't gonna be as it was before you was in the world. You probably on the bottom, still in the world. Before you came into the truth, you probably ain't had nothing, which we don't got nothing no way with or without money. We still don't got nothing, but you probably had a little less before you came to the truth. Guess what? You're gonna have a lot less. The Lord still, hey, he said, the Lord say, hey, it's all of a sudden the Lord can make you rich, man. But the point is, you got the truth, man. That is the real riches, man. This wisdom, not understanding, is your salvation, is your way out of here, man. It you doing that, that's the Lord going to show you mercy, man. Opening the doors of your mind up to the truth, that's mercy, man. Because the Lord can just kill you and you come back in the kingdom, man. But He's giving us mercy, man. He's giving us a grace period to receive instructions, man. To what? To live, man. The Lord say it's gonna be some standing here that ain't gonna seek death, man. That's mercy on Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Hey, so going through these small afflictions, these small adversity is nothing compared to what you might receive, man. Right? This is let's read this. This is Hebrews 10 and verse 35. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which have great recompense of reward. For ye have need of what? Buzzword, patience, man. Patience, that after ye have done the will of power, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry, man. So, for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of power, ye might receive the promise, man. And that's the hope, man. Hoping in Yahweh Shema Shah. Let me get one more and I'm get a couple priests out of the comment board. This is Psalm 33 in verse 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope is his mercy to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waiteth for the Lord Yahweh. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him because we have trusted in his what? Holy name. Let thy mercy, O Yahweh, be upon us according as we hope in thee. This is about hope, man. Hope. Hope, man. It's about hope, man. Hey, the faith, man. Faith, hope, man. Trust. This is the brother Adam Nana, Jeremiah 15:11. The Lord Yahweh saith, verily shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction. You see that? Hey, because he said what? He will make your enemy to be at peace with you, man. Okay? Oh, that lead me to another precept. This is Zephaniah um 3:19. I think it is. I'm gonna hold that. This is the brother Adam Nana, Psalm 22 and 24. For he have not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither have he hid his face from him, but when he cried unto him, he heard, man. You see that? It's part of the suffering, man. Right, brother Carter B. Okay, let's go up. That's beautiful. Let me go some more Salakia. This is the brother saints of the Most High. Second Ezra 7:6. There is also another thing, come, beautiful. There's also another thing, a city builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there. Hold on, Salakia. At once, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? You can't. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, man. You see, you can't get the kingdom without going through the straight gate, man. That's just how the Lord work, man. That's just how the Lord work. Hey, the water for that too, brother. The water. The water. Um, the brother have not put up Psalm 69:13. But as for me, my prayer is upon thee, O Yahweh, in an acceptable time, O power, in the multitude of thy mercy, hear me in the truth of thy salvation. Beautiful. Psalm 123:2 from the same brother. Behold, as the eyes of servants, behold, as the eyes of servants look unto the hand of their masters, and as the eyes of the maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon the Lord Yahweh, our power, until that he have mercy upon us. Hey, that's beautiful, brother. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, man. Hey, and that's the affliction and the adversity, man. Knowing, not knowing, man. Okay? Not knowing. But you trust and you know in your mind, people look at you like you crazy, man. But you know, hey, long as you do what the Lord require of you, man. Oh, I often read this. Another precept popped in my head. Let's read this. Zephaniah 3 and 19. Behold, at that time, I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And at that time will I bring you again, even at the time that I have gathered you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. So the Lord going to get you praise and fame in the land where you He'll let you praise and fame in the land where you will put the shame at, man. That's part, that is the affliction and adversity. I'm going to close with this. Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. Let's read this, verse 5. You know what? Philippians 1 and 1. Philippians chapter 1, verse Philippians 1. I'm gonna start at verse 3. Philippians 1 and 1, Salakia. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city, which is Babylon the Great, North America. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction. Now, this time about Jerusalem, okay? But now, Jerusalem represents who? You Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, Haitians, everywhere you are scattered at. So let's say again, Philippians 1 and 1. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord Yahweh, she drew not near to her power. I thank my power upon every remembrance of you, always in every prayer of mine, for you all making requests with joy. And that's what the brothers, hey, we all praying for the hopefully elect, man. Okay? We all praying for each other, man. Okay? Our prayers are continue that the Lord deliver us, the hopefully elect, the Akim and the Akwaf, man, the body. For your fellowship in the gospel from the first day unto now, man. Verse 6. Being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it unto the day of Yahweh Mashiach. Even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my bonds and in the defense and confirm and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye are all partakers of my grace. Hey, this is the point is being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. Okay. Brother say, come on, hey, the water, hey, same to you, brother. Hey, same to you. Oh, same to you. Hey, we all praying the same, man. Let's read this. The brother put up this is I done Tazia 1, 1 Timothy 4 and 16. For 1 Timothy 4 and 6. It reads, if thou put thy brother in remembrance of these things, thou shalt be a good minister of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, nourished up in the words of faith and good doctrine, whereunto thou hast attained, but refuse profane and old wild fables. Hey, and that go into hey, grandma and them, man. Grandma and them. Did I start the right precept? Okay, yeah. It said, but refuse profane and old wise fables, and exercise ourselves rather unto godliness. All this superstition, right? Sweeping your feet with a broom. Um, you can't be shacking. Those are old wise fables, man. Shacking ain't in the Bible, man. Nowhere. But refuse profane and old wise fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. For bodily exercise profit little, but godliness is profit unto all things. Hey, it said for body exercise profit little, man. And I used to go into this a year or two ago. I ain't went into it in a minute. Exercising good, man. Stay in good shape. But it will not get you the kingdom, man. Trying to like a bodybuilder, trying to be all muscular and super built, that's not going to save you, man. Hey, I was thinking about it yesterday too. I was thinking about it. It's crazy. I was thinking about it. Man, hey, Jeremiah and them didn't work out, man. They ain't with no bodybuilders, man. Okay? They didn't work out, man. It say, for bodily exercise profit little, but godliness is profitable to all things. Isaiah 33 and 6. Wisdom and knowledge gonna be this to build at times, not your muscles, man. It's a heaven promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. This is a faithful saying and worthy of all acceptance. Salakio. This is a faithful saying and worthy of all acceptation. For therefore we both labor and suffer reproach, because we trust in the living power, who is the Savior of all men, especially of those that believe. Is what? Galatians 6 and 16, right? The Israel of power, the Israel of Yahweh Shema Shah. These things command and teach. It say, let no man despise thy youth, but be thine example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy. Jeremiah 1 and 5. With the laying on of the hands of the presbytery, meaning the elders, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profit may appear to all. Matthew 5, that your light so shine. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. The brother put up on Hosea 4 and 1. Yeah, brother put this up. I mean, you know, say, and if the picture frame is tilted, somebody pregnant through. Oh man, come. Let's get this. I'm gonna close on this one. Brother put up Hosea 4 and 1. It reads, hear my word, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For the Lord Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge, Salaki, or power in the land. No, man, there's no truth. Nothing, man. But, and what the Lord say, and when he comes, say he found faith in the land? Yeah, on the elect, man. Let me see. On the elect. It's Luke 18 and 8, verse 7. Luke 18 and 7. And shall not power avenge his own elect, which cry day and night, Psalm 19 and 2, Isaiah 62, 6 and 7, man. Which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them. Hey, just read it in Hebrew 10, right? It said, yet a little while, and he that will come and will not tarry, man. Though he bear alone, right? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily, 1 hour, man. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth, man. He's going to find faith only in his elect, man. Hey, the water. Oh, the brother speaking. Yeah, con. Yeah, man. Beautiful to see that brother, man. That brother do very edifying lessons, man. All the time. If the water of everybody been coming, boy, man. It's a Lord willing edifying. I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rikak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who are well, who teach well. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing the truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the outwalk who are listening and learning, a few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, the Lord willing edifying. Hey, man, the water for everybody coming in, tuning in, the water for the precepts. Hey, I'll pray to Yahweh Shema Shah. May Yahweh Shema Shah bless you in your houses. Hey, stay prayed up. Hey, we finna go through this adversity and affliction, man. Hey, but that's the comforting part, man. Cause what the salvation, our salvation, Lord willing, is drawing nearer every time, man. Hey, same to you. Yeah. I'll pray to Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, may Yahweh Shema Shah bless all. Hey, we stand this body, man. This is about the body of Yahweh Shema Shah. 144 plus the unknown multitude. Lord willing, we are of the number. So Lord willing, edifying. Until next time, I say, Shalom. Yeah. Hey, stay strong. Hey, stay prayed up. Hey, yeah, con, the water.